Get ready to time travel to a mind-blowing ancient site called Göbekli Tepe, older than Stonehenge by 6,000 years. We'll dive into its fascinating history, how it was found, and why archaeologists can't stop talking about its secrets. So, have you ever heard of Göbekli Tepe? No worries if you haven't. Picture this, a place in southern Turkey called Potbelly Hill in Turkish, but it's way cooler than it sounds. Discovered in 1994 by a German archaeologist named Klaus Schmidt, this site is a game-changer in how we see the start of civilization. This ancient site, dating back to around 9600 BCE, is renowned for its massive T-shaped pillars, intricately decorated with carvings of animals and other symbols, testifying to the advanced architectural knowledge of our ancestors. Göbekli Tepe's historical importance cannot be overstated. It is the world's oldest known megalithic structure, a monument built at a time when we believed humans were only hunter-gatherers. But it's not just the age of Göbekli Tepe that is impressive, it's the scale. The site stretches over 22 acres, and current excavations have only scratched the surface, revealing merely 5% of the site. This means endless possibilities for future archaeological discoveries. Recent developments, though, have raised serious concerns about the preservation of this ancient jewel. Construction work involving new walkways and roads has potential implications for the integrity of the ancient ruins. Further concerns are voiced by preservationists such as Mrs. Schmidt, who argues that these upgrades may be causing irreversible damage to the site. Another point of contention lies in the site management decisions. Preservation has often been prioritized over excavation, leading to a slower pace of discovery. While the intent is to protect the site for future generations, this approach is also causing us to lose valuable archaeological information. Adding to the complexity of the situation is the involvement of external organizations like the World Economic Forum, raising questions about the direction of the excavation management at Göbekli Tepe. The implications of this tug-of-war between preservation and excavation are vast. As we pave roads and build over portions of this ancient site, we could be unwittingly burying the answers to some of humanity's oldest questions. So let's keep digging. The primary function of Göbekli Tepe remains one of the most compelling enigmas in archaeology. Scholars widely speculate that it served as a ceremonial or religious site rather than a typical settlement. The absence of domestic artifacts such as hearths, food storage facilities, or housing structures supports the theory that Göbekli Tepe was not a residential area. Instead, the site's T-shaped pillars and animal carvings suggest ritualistic significance, possibly serving as a meeting place for gathering and communal activities centered around spiritual or social rites. So who built it and who lived there? Understanding who built Göbekli Tepe opens up a fascinating discourse on prehistoric societies. While no definitive evidence identifies the exact groups, it is posited that the builders were hunter-gatherers transitioning into settled lifestyles. They likely possessed exceptional organizational skills and architectural aptitude, indicating a sophisticated social structure. These communities possibly traveled seasonally, converging at Göbekli Tepe to conduct rituals or communal gatherings. Their origins and subsequent migrations remain uncertain, but it is believed they were part of a broader Neolithic culture that spanned southeastern Anatolia and possibly beyond. What about the origins and destinations of the builders of Göbekli Tepe? As for where these ancient builders came from and where they went, it's a matter of ongoing research and debate. The builders are thought to be part of the prehistoric populations that moved through the Fertile Crescent, an area renowned for the advent of agriculture. After the decline or abandonment of Göbekli Tepe around 8000 BCE, it's plausible that these groups either integrated into emerging agrarian societies or moved to other regions developing their settlements and structures. Göbekli Tepe doesn't stand alone though, there are sister sites in Turkey. Intriguingly, Göbekli Tepe is not an isolated phenomenon. There are several contemporaneous sites in Turkey that share similarities, hinting at a broader cultural network during the Neolithic period. Sites such as Nevali Chori, situated in the same region, showcase similar T-shaped pillars and artistic motifs, suggesting cultural or ritual continuity. Karahan Tepe is another notable site that may serve as a sister site to Göbekli Tepe, offering additional insight into the architectural and societal practices of that era. Host, as we delve deeper into the mysteries of Göbekli Tepe, it becomes clear that this ancient enigma holds the key to understanding the dawn of human civilization. The advanced nature of its construction challenges previous assumptions about prehistoric societies and underscores the complexity of our ancestors' lives and their connections across regions. So, what have we discovered so far, and how it important historically? Göbekli Tepe's historical importance cannot be overstated. It is the world's oldest known megalithic structure, a monument built at a time when we thought humans were still in the Stone Age. But it's not just the age of Göbekli Tepe that is impressive, it's the scale. The site stretches over 22 acres, and current excavations have only scratched the surface, revealing merely 5% of the site. This means endless possibilities for future archaeological discoveries. Let's take a look at the key discoveries at Göbekli Tepe and their significance historically and otherwise. One of the most captivating aspects of Göbekli Tepe is the array of key discoveries made over the years since its unearthing. Klaus Schmidt, the pioneering archaeologist who spearheaded the excavation in 1994, unveiled a series of concentric stone rings, marked by massive T-shaped pillars. These pillars, some towering up to 16 feet in height, are adorned with intricate carvings of animals such as foxes, boars, and birds, as well as abstract symbols. These discoveries were groundbreaking, challenging previous notions about the cognitive and cultural capabilities of humans during the Neolithic period. Among the most striking carvings is the vulture stone, which some interpret as an early form of celestial symbolism, potentially representing constellations. Its detailed imagery invites varied interpretations ranging from spiritual to astronomical significance. Another pillar, known as Pillar 43, or the Pillar of the Fox, depicts a menacing fox, offering insights into the fauna that held symbolic importance for the ancient builders. We talk about the Younger Dryas period, but what is it and what was its impact on Göbekli Tepe? Host. To grasp the broader context of Göbekli Tepe's construction, it's essential to delve into the Younger Dryas period, a climatic event that occurred approximately 12,900 to 11,700 years ago. This epoch was marked by a sudden return to glacial conditions after a period of warming, profoundly impacting human societies. The drastic climatic changes forced communities to adapt swiftly, potentially catalyzing shifts towards more settled, agriculturally inclined lifestyles. Göbekli Tepe's emergence during this tumultuous time suggests that its builders were responding innovatively to environmental stresses. The site's monumental construction could reflect efforts to create communal centers for social cohesion and resource management, as traditional nomadic lifestyles became less viable. Graham Hancock's theories. In discussing Göbekli Tepe, it's paramount to mention the work and theories of Graham Hancock. A renowned author and researcher, Hancock has explored the idea that Göbekli Tepe might be part of a lost advanced civilization. According to Hancock, the site's sophistication and sudden emergence could indicate advanced knowledge handed down from an earlier yet undiscovered culture. Though his theories are often met with skepticism within mainstream archaeology, they invite captivating dialogue and further investigation into human prehistory. Hancock posits that the alignment of Göbekli Tepe's structures could have astronomical significance, potentially serving as a sophisticated observatory. He also highlights possible connections between the site's symbolism and myths from later ancient civilizations, suggesting a continuity of esoteric knowledge. But what about Richard Schoch's perspective? Complementing Hancock's theories, geologist and researcher Richard Schoch brings an enlightening perspective to the study of Göbekli Tepe. Schoch, known for his controversial work on the Sphinx's age, suggests that Göbekli Tepe might be far older than currently accepted by mainstream archaeology. He argues that erosion patterns on the pillars could indicate an age dating back to the end of the last ice age, around 10,000 BCE or even earlier. Schoch's hypothesis challenges conventional timelines and stimulates ongoing debates about the origins and chronological framework of this monumental site. And Hugh Newman's contributions. Turning our focus to the work of Hugh Newman, a prominent researcher and author in the field of ancient civilizations, we gain additional insights into the mysteries of Göbekli Tepe. Newman, known for his extensive studies on megalithic structures across the globe, has proposed that Göbekli Tepe may have been a central part of an extensive network of ancient sites with shared cultural and ritualistic practices. Hugh Newman suggests that the advanced stonework and astronomical alignments observed at Göbekli Tepe indicate a sophisticated understanding of engineering and celestial mechanics among its builders. He posits that similar features found at other ancient sites, such as Stonehenge and the pyramids of Egypt, may corroborate the existence of a global prehistoric culture with shared knowledge and technological prowess. Newman's work encourages a re-evaluation of traditional archaeological theories and invites a deeper exploration into the interconnectedness of ancient societies. By examining the potential global links and the advanced capabilities exemplified by Göbekli Tepe, Hugh Newman adds a valuable dimension to our understanding of this enigmatic site, reinforcing the notion that early human civilizations were far more complex and interconnected than previously believed. What are the implications for human history? The profound implications of Göbekli Tepe for our understanding of human history cannot be overstated. This site fundamentally challenges the conventional narrative that the development of agriculture and settled societies predicated the construction of monumental structures. Instead, Göbekli Tepe suggests that complex societies capable of organizing large-scale labor existed prior to the advent of agriculture. What's even more fascinating is how Göbekli Tepe shifts the lens through which we view prehistoric human ingenuity. The intricate artistry and sophisticated engineering on display at this site indicate a degree of social and cultural complexity that was previously unsuspected for the Neolithic period. It is an enduring testament to the advanced intellectual and spiritual lives of our ancestors. Given the unique importance of the site, what is the future of archaeological research at Göbekli Tepe? Host. As ongoing excavations continue to uncover more of Göbekli Tepe's secrets, the future of archaeological research at the site is filled with promise. Advanced technologies, such as ground-penetrating radar and 3D reconstruction, are being employed to explore the unexcavated portions of the site, potentially revealing even more about the people who constructed this monumental complex. Additionally, interdisciplinary collaborations, incorporating insights from fields such as archaeoastronomy, anthropology, and environmental science, are poised to enrich our understanding of Göbekli Tepe's significance within the broader tapestry of human history. Host. As we move forward, Göbekli Tepe stands as a beacon for researchers, symbolizing not just the marvels of past human achievement, but also the potential for future discoveries that could further rewrite our understanding of ancient civilizations. Each finding adds a piece to the intricate puzzle of early human society, encouraging a dynamic and ever-evolving narrative of our shared heritage. So let's focus on the current issues. What's going on at Göbekli Tepe today? Recent developments have raised serious concerns about the preservation of this ancient jewel. This brings us to our next segment, where we'll explore the current threats facing Göbekli Tepe and the implications of these challenges. What are the modern-day challenges? Are we looking at preservation versus excavation? Construction work, involving new walkways and roads, has potential implications for the integrity of the ancient ruins. Preservationists like Mrs. Schmidt argue that these upgrades may cause irreversible damage to the site. Another point of contention lies in the site management decisions. Preservation has often been prioritized over excavation, leading to a slower pace of discovery. While the intent is to protect the site for future generations, this approach is also causing us to lose valuable archaeological information. Adding to the complexity of the situation is the involvement of external organizations like the World Economic Forum, raising questions about the direction of the excavation management at Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe is critically important to both our history and potentially our future. Let's focus on the importance of continued exploration. The implications of this tug-of-war between preservation and excavation are vast. As we pave roads and build over portions of this ancient site, are we unwittingly burying the answers to some of humanity's oldest questions? This is such a fascinating topic and so current and relevant, we have a bunch of listening questions. Let's take a few. Richard from Sauti, Georgia wants to know, how does the construction work at Göbekli Tepe affect the preservation of the ancient ruins? That's an excellent question. The construction work at Göbekli Tepe, which includes the installation of new walkways and roads, is a double-edged sword. On one hand, these developments aim to improve accessibility for both researchers and the public, fostering greater interest and support for continued archaeological efforts. Enhanced infrastructure can facilitate more organized and extensive excavations, potentially unveiling further secrets of this enigmatic site. However, on the other hand, the physical act of construction poses significant risks to the integrity of the ancient ruins. The heavy machinery and constant foot traffic can cause vibrations and shifts in the soil, which may lead to structural damage to the fragile megaliths and surrounding earth. Even seemingly minor disturbances can have long-term, detrimental effects on the preservation of the site, jeopardizing irreplaceable historical data. Moreover, the introduction of modern elements into such a pristine archaeological environment can result in contamination and environmental degradation. Pollutants from machinery, increased human activity, and potential alterations to the natural landscape could disrupt the delicate balance of the site, compounding the challenges faced by preservationists. Despite the intentions behind these construction projects, the stakes are incredibly high. Each decision must be carefully weighed to ensure that we are not compromising the very heritage we seek to explore and understand. Striking a harmony between facilitating research and safeguarding Göbekli Tepe's untarnished legacy remains a delicate and essential task. Genevieve from Istanbul wants to, as a brilliant question, she asks, what role does the World Economic Forum play in the excavation management of Göbekli Tepe? The involvement of the World Economic Forum, WEF, in the excavation management of Göbekli Tepe adds an intricate layer to the stewardship of this invaluable archaeological site. The WEF brings to the table a global perspective and significant resources, which can be pivotal in advancing the preservation and exploration efforts. Their influence often promotes sustainable management practices and encourages international collaboration among scholars, historians, and conservationists. By leveraging their extensive network, the WEF can facilitate access to cutting-edge technologies and expertise that smaller local teams might not be able to secure. This includes the utilization of advanced imaging and scanning technologies, which can reveal hidden structures without disturbing the site, and the application of innovative conservation techniques aimed at mitigating environmental and human-induced damage. Furthermore, their involvement underscores an awareness of the site's global importance, positioning Göbekli Tepe not just as a national treasure, but as a key heritage site of universal significance. This global recognition can lead to increased funding opportunities, enhanced security measures, and broader educational initiatives to raise awareness about the historical and cultural value of Göbekli Tepe. However, the participation of an entity like the WEF is not without its complications. There can be tension between local management priorities and the broader, sometimes more commercial interests that the forum might have. It is imperative to ensure that the WEF's involvement aligns with the primary goal of maintaining the archaeological integrity of Göbekli Tepe, rather than inadvertently prioritizing tourism or economic incentives over scholarly pursuits. Ultimately, while the WEF's role in the excavation management of Göbekli Tepe brings considerable advantages by unifying global efforts and resources, it necessitates a balanced approach that foregrounds the site's archaeological significance. The partnership's success hinges on vigilant oversight and unwavering commitment to upholding the sanctity and authenticity of this ancient marvel. Jamal from London asks, are there any plans to increase the pace of excavations at Göbekli Tepe to uncover more of the site? Certainly, this is a question that lies at the heart of current archaeological debate. There have been discussions about accelerating the pace of excavations to uncover more of Göbekli Tepe's hidden treasures. Proponents of increased excavation argue that doing so would allow us to unlock more secrets of this ancient site and gain a deeper understanding of early human civilization. Enhanced excavation efforts could potentially lead to groundbreaking discoveries that reshape our historical narratives. However, there are significant concerns associated with this approach. The primary worry is that ramping up the pace could jeopardize the careful, methodical process required for such a complex site. Archaeological excavation is, by nature, a slow and meticulous task. Rushing it risks damaging fragile artifacts and contextual information that could be lost forever. Additionally, increased excavation activity might exacerbate the already pressing issues of site preservation, posing greater threats to the structural integrity of both the exposed and unexposed areas. Moreover, there is an ethical consideration in balancing the urgency of discovery with the respect for Göbekli Tepe's historical sanctity. While the allure of unveiling more of its secrets is undoubtedly strong, any such plans must prioritize sustainable practices and the safeguarding of this irreplaceable heritage. The pace of excavations, therefore, must be carefully calibrated, ensuring that our quest for knowledge does not compromise the very treasures we seek to understand. In conclusion, while there are plans and discussions surrounding the acceleration of excavations at Göbekli Tepe, it remains a contentious topic. The need for thorough, preservation-minded approaches must be at the forefront of any decision, ensuring that this ancient marvel continues to be a source of insight and inspiration for generations to come. Evo from Sophia asks, how do experts like Mrs. Schmidt propose balancing preservation and excavation efforts at Göbekli Tepe? Mrs. Schmidt, a renowned archaeologist with extensive experience in ancient site preservation, advocates for a holistic approach to balancing preservation and excavation efforts at Göbekli Tepe. She emphasizes the importance of integrating modern technology with traditional archaeological methods to ensure a comprehensive understanding of the site without unnecessary exposure or damage. For instance, non-invasive techniques such as ground-penetrating radar and 3D laser scanning can offer detailed insights into the subsurface structures, guiding where to focus excavation efforts meticulously. Additionally, Mrs. Schmidt underscores the necessity of interdisciplinary collaboration. By bringing together experts in conservation science, materials engineering, and environmental studies, a more robust strategy for managing Göbekli Tepe can be developed. This multidisciplinary effort fosters innovative preservation techniques that can mitigate the impacts of excavation and environmental factors on the site's integrity. Preservation must also be viewed through the lens of public engagement and education. Mrs. Schmidt insists that part of safeguarding Göbekli Tepe involves raising awareness about its cultural and historical significance. By educating the public and involving local communities in preservation efforts, there is a stronger collective commitment to maintaining the site for future generations. Importantly, Mrs. Schmidt calls for the development of a dynamic management plan that can adapt to the evolving understanding of the site. Regular assessments and updates to preservation tactics ensure that both excavation and conservation are responsive to new discoveries and challenges. This adaptive management approach allows for a sustainable balance, ensuring that Göbekli Tepe continues to unveil its secrets without compromising its enduring legacy. Okay, our last question now from Damien in Bangkok. What are the potential long-term consequences of the limited progress in excavations at Göbekli Tepe for understanding ancient civilizations? The limited progress in excavations at Göbekli Tepe poses significant long-term consequences for our understanding of ancient civilizations. At the forefront of these implications is the potential loss of crucial historical insights. Göbekli Tepe, often regarded as the world's oldest known temple complex, holds invaluable information about the socio-cultural and religious practices of early human societies. Without accelerating excavation, a substantial portion of these findings risks remaining hidden, thereby constraining our comprehension of prehistoric human behavior and societal development. Furthermore, slow excavation rates hinder the ability to fully document and study the site's intricate carvings, megalithic structures, and buried artifacts. This incomplete picture may lead to gaps in our knowledge, or worse, incorrect assumptions about early human civilizations. The nuanced relationships between different archaeological layers and features might remain concealed, limiting the depth and breadth of academic discourse on human evolution and ancient engineering. Another long-term consequence is the potential degradation of the site. Although careful preservation methods are crucial, the exposed elements of Göbekli Tepe are still susceptible to natural and environmental wear over time. If excavation efforts do not proceed swiftly and methodically, there is a risk that some features may degrade before they can be documented properly, leading to irreversible loss of historical data. Moreover, the limited pace of excavations could slow down the development of new technologies and methodological innovations derived from studying such a pivotal site. Continuous and comprehensive examination often leads to breakthroughs in archaeological practices and technologies, which could then be applied to other ancient sites around the world. Thus, any delay impacts not only our understanding of Göbekli Tepe, but also the broader field of archaeology. In essence, while careful and methodical excavation is imperative, there is a need to strike a balance that allows for timely advancements in unearthing Göbekli Tepe's hidden treasures. Accelerating the pace thoughtfully could enhance our perception of ancient civilizations, fuel academic progress, and ensure that humanity's oldest chapters are well preserved and understood. Thank you for your questions. We appreciate your interest in our shared past. Remember to subscribe to Aquarius for more in-depth discussions on ancient sites and historical mysteries. See you next time on Aquarius. Open minds. My closing thoughts on this right now are these. As we continue to uncover the layers of secrets at Göbekli Tepe, it's clear that this ancient site offers an unparalleled glimpse into our past. The discoveries made here, from the intricately carved pillars to the enigmatic symbology, reveal a society far more complex and capable than previously understood. The impact of the Younger Dryas period and emerging theories from researchers like Graham Hancock only add to the mystique, propelling us to rethink and reevaluate our understanding of human history. Join us next time as we dive deeper into more revelations from the world's earliest known monumental site, Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe stands as a testament to human ingenuity and our thirst for knowledge. Its mysteries beckon us to continue exploring, yet we must tread carefully, balancing the needs of preservation with the urgency of discovery. If you're passionate about ancient history and want to support the continued exploration of sites like Göbekli Tepe, consider joining our community of enthusiasts. Visit our website to learn more about how you can help or book a call with one of our experts to discuss the ways in which we can preserve this incredible part of our history while uncovering its secrets. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Aquarius Open Minds. Until next time, keep exploring and questioning the world around you.